The instructions for the fuselage are very good. They're both written instructions and pictures showing how to do it. So I don't really want to go into too much detail, but here's the start of the fuselage construction. So it includes the fitting of those pieces on the inside there, and the pieces at the back, this one here, and top and bottom. So what I'm going to do now is the formers are all good to go, and so what I'm going to do now, the formers are all good to be inserted, and I'm just going to put the support angles on this board so that I can make sure it's all straight, and then I'll be gluing in all of these formers, and then I'll read the instructions and see what's next. Okay, here's the completion of the fuselage. I made a couple of mistakes. I forgot to put in this piece here, and to put it in subsequently is a wee bit tricky. I had to actually cut it in a couple of places and then fit it in and then brace it with pieces of wood top and bottom. So not very elegant, but I'd rather have it that way round and have the tongues going into the fuselage sides. The rest of it's pretty straightforward. On the front here, I've just got this block here with a magnet, and then the top section here is slightly modified from plan in that I don't have a middle section here. Magnet at the back, and then that fits in like this. So that's going to be the battery hatch. And it's got a snug fit, so that's fine. In the bottom of this section you can see the bits of foam, and the battery sits on top of that foam and actually passes through the hole here in the former, so it's a very snug fit, and I'll just adjust the placement according to the CG. And at the front we've got the motor mount. So we've got the section in the kit, these sections here, which are glued together, and then on the front of that I made another plate for the motor to mount onto, and a spacer and 4 bolts going through into this section here, and that provides obviously the right distance for the nose cone to fit. So you can see that nose cone fits quite nicely. The tail section is very straightforward. It's just a question of gluing together the various pieces as per the plan, and shaping the front and the ends. And then the elevator again is just the 2 pieces with the rod here that secures the 2 halves, and then on the one side where the elevator horn goes you have these ply triangles top and bottom through which the screws will be fixed, and that obviously fits something like that. So when you glue this together you obviously have to do it so that the 2 tips are good. And the fin is these 2 sections and another section here, and the rudder itself is made of the 2 sections plus the triangular reinforcement strip at the bottom, both sides, through which the horn will be screwed. And when this is fixed in place it goes something like this. It'll look like that. So the next job is to cover it. So what I'll do is I'll cover these components, the fuselage and the fin and the horizontal stabilizer, and I'll cover the wing, and then it'll be a question of attaching the wing in place and then fitting the horizontal stabilizer in place, making sure it aligns with the wing, and then fitting the vertical surfaces.